Hi everyone, Caroline here. We're painting today and I'm using an image from that I've got from the brand new electric ink workshop that's on the 31st of May at 10 AM, and you can purchase the workshop from Carly Duff on the Electric Ink Designs Facebook page, and I'll put a link for that. It'll be a brilliant workshop to go along, and of course once you've got your images, you know, you've got them to keep for forever and just work on whenever you want to. Now the best about digital images is what Carly does is she'll give you some backgrounds and she'll give you some people, ladies to put on, and you can put them on individually. I mean, like this one that I printed off, I did a big one. Can you see a big one of her? And so you can resize them, which is brilliant. You can do it to any size you want. So if you want to do a nice big tag with that, you can do. Or a bookmark even. Somebody that loves the dogs, and it's brilliant. You can do that. But what you can also do is you can, in your, if you've got Photoshop, or like me, you've got your old school with PaintShop Pro, or you've got a design program that Highlight Crafts lets you download, which I think is called Craft Studio, and Craft Space, something like that. And I'll put a link for that as well. And what you can do is you can get your ladies and you can place them on your image wherever you want. So I put one here and one there, so the girls are out walking the dogs, and I thought that was really nice. So I'm going to paint this. So I'm going to be using my Chromatech brush paints, and let's get started. So this one is called Yellow Green, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of water onto my palette here. In fact, I'll spray a bit. I'll spray a bit of water. And I'm going to just colour in these trees here. And I just dip in my water and it all spreads out. Now this is not watercolour paper that I'm on, so you know, it is different. I need to get a printer, little printer. Mine's a very, very old printer, so I think that's on my wish list. And the trees here, because they're out in the spring. We're still in the spring, we're not in summer quite yet. And that's why they've got the jackets on. So it's still a tad cold out there. So that's that. So that one up there is slightly darker. I'm going to get this one, which is called Olive, but I am going to water that down because it is quite dark. Just going underneath the branches just to give them shading. And this is how you do trees. Just keep dipping in your water because you don't need it. You don't need it strong. And that shows you your leaves better on the trees. If you want to go on dark and then water it down, you can do. But can you see how that sort of fluffs up? You can do this with your markers if you don't, if you're not one for painting. But to be honest, it's so easy with these. It's just like using alcohol markers, but the paints, and you can use with water. And it's, I don't know, it's just a little bit more forgiving somehow. You can, you know, if you don't like what you've done, you can use your water and get rid of it. And that holds it hides a multitude of sins, especially for me. I think, oh, I shouldn't have done that. So I can just go in like that, water it over. So just dry my... These Chromatec ones are not expensive. The one I got has got 54 in. So, there's quite a choice in there. So in with the water just to soften those lines. Like that. Carly's got lots of brilliant digital downloads coming out soon. More designs. You'll better to follow the page, and then you see, you know, what's coming out. Can you see that now? What a difference that's made. No, that's, oh, don't fluorescent, do they? That's emerald. I thought I had a glass green. My other green's gone missing. Not to worry. I'll have used it and not put it back properly. What's this one? Fluorescent green, emerald. Right, I'm just going to do this grass a slightly different green, just so that it's not the same as the trees. And of course you can do pink in these and do like cherry blossom. If you like crafting with friends, yeah, it's nice to just sit and colour, isn't it? And have a natter and a cup of tea. So I'm going to go back in with this yellow green, and I'm just going to bring a little bit of yellow into that grass. Our grass is very, very yellow and burnt because we've not had much rain until now. But it's making up for it now. So that's done. I want to do her jeans blue, so I'm going to use this one, which is a heron blue. She's got her jeans on. I'm going to get my browns now. This one is dark brown, so I'm going to water that down for the tree. I actually cut some of the tree off here just to make this a smaller picture, because I mean, that is what you can do. You can, you know, do it to whatever size you want. You can resize. If you like journaling, this really is for you. I'll enjoy this. Of course, on the workshops, Carla shows you some great techniques as well. Let's do this bench. And of course you don't have to just do all paint. You can this one's called Sienna. You can use your markers as well. So that's good, isn't it? You can do mixed media. It's nice. I want to do her jacket in a brown as well. She's gone all bold with the stripes, hasn't she? If you forget something, just go back and do it. If you miss something. Now, if somebody gets one of these with a piece of your art, you can actually buy canvas paper if you've got a good printer that will take it. I've had canvas, funnily enough, canvas paper through my printer, and then you can glue it onto your canvas, or you can do rice paper and glue it onto a canvas, paint with your oils or with acrylics, and you know, just have fun with it. Got a yellow top on. This one's a khaki. I like that for a hair colour. Gorgeous. Friend is a blondie, like our Carly. Just put a little bit of gold in there to shade it. Skin colour. That's a deep yellow, isn't it? So I have got some paints. I've shown you these before on my own videos, but you can get them on places like Amazon or Temu, things like that. And if you put in skin colour paints, oops, did a big blob there. Yeah, get your paints out and have a play. Now she's gonna go really bold. This is light pink. So she's gone with pink stripes on there and a pink bow around her neck there. With a little bit of aqua. I want to water this down, but it's just a sort of a hint of it, like that. Then of course we want the path, which is a grey, and I've got grey. I do find with all paints and things like that they do have a slight brown look to them. It doesn't matter for a path, does it? Let's get some water on there. This card I'm working on is only 200, I think it's 200 GSM. So that's not doing too bad, is it? I like that effect. And do a bit of a shadow there, just where they're walking and where the dogs are, and under the path, where the bench is. Just going to use that grey as well to shade it in a little bit. And for the sky, let me move these over. I'm going to get my blue Distress Oxide, which I've already got some on there, and I'm just going to do that sky in a blue. I'm not going to paint it, I'm just going to do it in a blue like that. Then with my water, I'm just going to do some clouds across. Get some more water on there. Just because obviously it bleaches out. Get the tissue. Can you see it's just giving that look of a sky over there, and the clouds. Just going to get a little bit of my Luma white on a really fine brush. Get my water. And I'm just going to do the tops of those clouds like that. And just get your water and soften it in. Soften it into those clouds. Like that. I've got the clouds in the sky. So those buildings at the back are just sort of blended in with the sky. So you don't have to have those buildings at the back or whatever's at the back. This is your image, so you can do what you want with it. You know, colour it up however you want, and have fun with that. I'll get my white pen. My white pen is somewhere. The Naughty Craft Fairies moved it. So I'll use my, oh, I've got a spare one here. This'll do. And I just want to lighten up at the tops of those trees. A little bit of light on top. And that just gives that another layer, another dimension to the trees and the branches where the light's shining on it from the sky. And you can do this as a night sky, so they're out walking at night, if you like. I don't think I'd fancy walking in the park at night, but there's two of them, isn't there? Yeah, just do some little highlights on the hair. Like that. That's that done. Let's put these in the drawer. So that over. And then what I'm going to do, like I say, this is a very thin card that I've been using, but it's not done too bad, to be honest. I've been quite surprised with it. I mean, it doesn't take. It's taken quite a bit of water, hasn't it? That I put on. So put this onto a black matte background, and that's just made that picture pop, hasn't it? Made it pop out like that. And then that can go on my 7x7 card, there, like that. If you want, you can add a little bit of lipstick, a little bit of lip. And like I say, mixed media. Use your markers if you need something fine. You know. Where's my black? If you've covered something up with your paint, like her eye, like that, just bring it back in. And there we have it. I've covered up that little puppy's leg, haven't I? I'll bring that back. There we are. So let me get my black card, and then I'll pop that on top, because I'll glue that on the card later. But it's great, isn't it? Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, give us a thumbs up. We're trying to build up the YouTube for Electric Ink. So grateful if you can share and ask others to join us. If they love printables like this, not everybody's got printers, but if you have, it's certainly worth getting, isn't it? Certainly worth getting. Thanks for joining me. See you soon. Bye bye.